As we take a look at the tail of the tape for this catchweight bout at 275, Tim Hague, 31, 6'4", 276. His reach, an impressive 76 inches. His opponent across the way is Craig Hudson, checking in at 40 years of age, 6'2", 262, and his reach, 78 inches. We are set to go. We now go inside the cage. That is where Jazz Securo has the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, our final fight of the preliminary card is brought to you by Crave Online. A couple of super heavyweights in the decagon. We are scheduled for 3 rounds. And now, on my left, fighting on the blue side, his record, 4 wins, 4 defeats. Standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing 263 pounds, fighting out of Paris, Ontario, making his World Series of Fighting debut, introducing Craig War Dog Hudson. And now his opponent on my right, fighting on the red side. His record, 16 victories versus 8 defeats, standing 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing 276 1/2 pounds, fighting out of Edmonton, Alberta, presenting the thrashing machine, Tim Hague!
So no need for the introductions of nicknames, boss. They're already there. The thrashing machine.
With me. No, I knew the thrashing machine, and
Okay.
Hudson's the war dog.
Okay.
Your referee is John Brack.
John Brack, who has no nickname,
The
will
Dutchman.
be the official. As we get set to go, round number 1, Michel Jean-Pierre getting us started here at World Series of Fighting 14 from Edmonton.
Jean-Pierre.
As Boss Rutten works out his French, we get set for round number 1. How do you see the big fellas going at it? A lot of times they come out and it's a lot of jabs and moving around, but that's not going to be the case here as Tim Hague is going to work and Craig Hudson finds himself a little bit of trouble early on.
Tim Hague has the experience. He knows it. He comes forward. He's got a bunch of knockouts, 12 knockouts, 4 submission. He's been there. He fought in big organizations. So he goes, okay, I'm just going to break the ice. Let's get it over with.
Almost breaking the jaw of Craig Hudson on some of those early punches. So pace slowing down here after a 25-second flurry, and we settle into round number 1.
Oh, nice straights to the body. Most of the time that is a setup.
This is 2 Big Mac trucks going on a collision course, boss. This is when you just kind of stay out of the way.
One clean shot can finish it all.
Yeah.
No, it's too much weight.
Not a lot of speed, but there is a lot of power.
Yeah.
Nice connection there as Craig Hudson's seemingly finding an opening there on Tim Hague. I'll tell you what, if Hudson can come with a kick or a knee every time he punches, Hague drops his head. That's straight up Boss Rutten one-on-one. You drop your head and coming in like that.
You can walk on a knee, yeah.
Exactly. See, I do listen to some of the things you say.
You're an amazing person, and you know these things here about Canada. You know, provinces, 10 of them.
Don't forget the 3 territories.
The 3 territories. I was just going to say it.
Those 3 territories, by the way, the Northwest, the Yukon, and the Nunavut.
Man,
wow. Tim Hague has slowed down. I mean, Hudson's now just kind of teeing off. Now remember, Hague has the shorter reach at 76 to Hudson's 78. So his corner, obviously, Craig Hudson saying, you've got a 2-inch reach advantage. Work that jab.
Look how wide open that stance is. We're going to go straight down the pipe.
Ooh.
Tim Hague just looks like he's slowing down.
I think he might have punched himself out those first 20 seconds.
Yes, big spleen shot there, right hook to the body. Oh man,
tell you what,
heavy punches.
After surviving that barrage, Craig Hudson's doing a nice job here of just stacking up some points.
Yeah, Hudson sees him breathing. He knows he's getting tired. And once you're getting tired, everything slows down. That includes the brain, so you don't see the punches coming as good anymore. The takedowns are very slow now. Oh, he has to pick his shots now, Hudson. And Hague really needs to pick his shots. He's either looking for a clinch and hopefully he can get a second win. Otherwise it's going to look bad. Hudson already was hitting the body really hard. He might do that again. Man, 40 years old. Look at him.
Well, the pace is usually not this quick, but Tim Hague certainly came out with a flurry early on the first 25 seconds. And boss, I thought this thing was going to be over in a hurry. Craig Hudson did not seem to have an answer. And now Tim Hague utilizing a leg kick there to try to slow down Hudson, who's just pounding that jab in.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, just throwing it out there, maybe Hague knew that he wasn't as good in shape, and he says, you know what, I'm just going to try to get him the first minute.
Bull rush him early on and maybe end this fight, get lucky, and now it is Hudson who's coming with combinations, rights, lefts, uppercuts.
And he doesn't look like he's slowing down.
No.
A little bit.
Well, these guys aren't built for speed in the long bouts, but they're like diesel engines. They're going to continue to plod forward. But I'll tell you what, if Hudson could muster a quick snap-off left-right combination, Hague's hands keep dropping in between, and he could find himself a sweet spot on that chin.
I love that he's going to the body the whole time.
30 seconds, Tim.
Final 30 seconds of round number 1. Catchweight bout at 275 between Tim Hague in the white trunks and Craig Hudson in the black trunks.
Another body shot. He should add a left hook to the head, though.
So we'll see a second round here in Edmonton. Well, that'll be a good one tonight, boss, as we get set for Ryan Ford, who is an absolute beast out of Edmonton, Alberta, training out of TriStar. And he's taking on Jake Shields, who comes in with a record of 29-7-1. He trains, of course, with Cesar Gracie's fight team, and of course the Diaz brothers and Gilbert Melendez and of the likes. Is that something you look at as when you fight someone, as who they've been training with?
Yeah, of course, yeah, you always look at that, but you know what, you don't want to focus too much on that. Always just make sure you're good everywhere. That's the thing. And I think that Ryan Ford is very smart to go to TriStar.
Yep.
Come on, let's go. Okay.
Well, Craig Hudson outstriking Tim Hague in that round at 52-11. And boss, you don't need an abacus or a PhD to figure out with those kind of numbers, Tim Hague has got to find some way to slow Craig Hudson down.
He needs his defense up the whole time, just what he's doing right now, and picking his shots. He looks good now. He looks refreshed.
If you're in the corner of Tim Hague, you say, get this thing to the ground?
He already tried, but you know, once the stamina goes, speed goes in everything.
Emiliano Rama in the corner, trying to encourage his man on. Rama in the corner of Craig Hudson, and he's on tonight.
Big right hand.
Big right hand. Tim Hague there.
Man, that's got to take your willpower a little bit away. If you hit somebody with everything you got, and he just comes back.
Use it.
Craig Hudson could snap him off, and it's not lightning quick. It's not as Emiliano looks on, watching his man. It's not Marlon Moraes quick, but for big men, it's a pretty nice snap for Craig Hudson.
Good. Yeah, he should throw a right hook more. I think a right hook or a right overhand will be a very good weapon for Mr. Hudson.
Tim Hague looking a little better here in round number 2. And just as I say that, he takes a body shot and comes back with a left.
But Hague should do the same thing. He should go to the body and the head. That's why Hudson is so effective. Man. It's a slugfest.
Move away from the power.
Hudson should start hitting the body again, mixing it up to the head. Hague needs a big punch. Right hook also, right overhand. Because both guys' left hand is a little low.
Wow, the blood on the face of Tim Hague is just from the repeated left jab coming from Craig Hudson, and he's not jabbing with that left. He's coming with a combination, does a nice job, as Boss Rutan pointed out. Hudson throwing some body shots in there to keep Hague honest and his hands dropping. In the corner of Tim Hague imploring their fighter just to throw some punches. He showed us in the first 30 seconds of this bout that he's got the skills, he's got the snap. The question, Boz, you brought up, might be a very valid one, is conditioning on the part of Tim Hague.
Yeah, it's a lot of weight to carry around.
Hague weighed in at 276 plus, and Hudson came in at 263. So the catch weight at 275 was on.
But, you know, let's not forget, Hague's been there.
Yep.
Had a lot of fights in his career. 27. You know, he's been in deep water before. And there's always, you can always come back, I think.
Are you sensing that he's pulling a Rocky Balboa here? He's going to try to let Hudson punch himself out and then come back with a flurry?
You never know. You know, like what he did in the beginning, he was blocking the body shots and the head shots.
Yep.
You know, he was a little fresher. You know, and the second wind suddenly might come in. You know, and look, that's a big right hand, what I said, that overhand. Because both these guys can do it, actually. Hudson can do it to him as well. There he comes.
I love quoting the great Boss Rutan because most of the time what he says makes pretty good sense. But as you point out to a lot of fighters, if you're going to come in with a punch, you got to come in with a combination. And Tim Hague's coming in with that big right overhand, but he's not following up with anything.
That's the thing. You know, you want to keep
There's
going.
a combo. There's a combo, but missed.
Yeah. I always say if one is good, two is better. And you can keep going like that.
Coming up on the final 30 seconds here of round number 2. This one's scheduled for 3 in a catchweight bout. World Series of Fighting 14 from Edmonton, Alberta. Reminder, Craig Hudson, 40 years young, and he is getting the better of Tim Hague in an inadvertent eye poke there. And John Brack lets it go to the end of the round. So we will see a third and final round here in Edmonton. Coming up at 9 Eastern from Edmonton, Canada, the World Series of Fighting presents a 4-fight card at WSOF 14. In the co-main event, the inaugural heavyweight championship is on the line as Canada's Shlamino Rama takes on Derek Mayman from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Then in the main event, one of the biggest names in the MMA world, Jake Shields, makes his WSOF debut against one of Canada's best in Ryan Ford. WSOF 14 is coming up at 9 Eastern. Well, if you want to know how to throw a jab and make it effective, watch Craig Hudson there in that second round, boss. He really worked the jab.
Wow, well, look at this.
Just kept throwing the jab, so we're going to the third and final round. At the end of round number 2, it was Tim Hague that caught a bit of an inadvertent finger to the eye, the left eye, and Craig Hudson leading the way in total strikes, 110 to 24. Thanks to our friends at CompuStrike for keeping those stats flowing in here. And right now, this is how Tim Hague started the fight, came out a little more aggressive, and right away, Craig Hudson puts him back on his heels with a nice jab.
You know, he knows he needs to win this round with a bang. He needs to knock out Tim Hague.
Yeah.
He's behind 2 rounds. He's got to finish it. All he needs to do, and it sounds real easy, is to land one big punch. When he was in the corner here with us, when he landed a big swing, if a punch like that connects, that's it. Although, He has connected already a bunch also with Hudson, and he's got a really strong jaw, Hudson.
Yeah, no marks on the face of Craig Hudson. Meanwhile, Tim Hague is a mess, and here we go. So Hague gets the takedown, the only takedown of the fight. So the boxing match now turns into an MMA fight, and he's got 276 plus weighing down on him, does Craig Hudson.
He's pulling already his leg out. He's going to move to side mount, and he's going to go for a Kimura probably, or otherwise in
Craig Hudson trying to trap that right leg of Hague, limiting his options.
Yeah, but he's going. Yeah, now he's out. And look him. Most of the time, big guys are going for those kind of submissions. Yeah. He won't go for a straight armbar, because he's going to be really, really compact with that. It's going to be hard for a big guy.
So side control has Tim Hague right now on Craig Hudson, and Hudson trying to close that gap, controlling the left arm of Hague.
Side choke. He's backing up a side choke. He's going to push. He's going to jump over to the other side. You see already Hudson recognizes
bringing
it.
the legs up.
Yep.
So Craig Hudson thinking ahead of Tim Hague. And there's where the chess match comes in. And Bob,
go to mount now.
When you train your fighters, you want to put them in this position where they're exhausted, they're beat down, and now they got to think.
And he might go for a straight armbar, looks like. He only has to step over now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this could be it now. He's got 3 minutes to go, a little less. You know, and if Hudson didn't work his ground game, it's going to be trouble. Bucking up is a very smart thing. He's going to go for a straight armbar. He might go for it.
Boss, it's one thing to buck up on one person, but Tim Hague is over 276.
Still,
he's just sitting on Hudson now.
But, you know, you can't have him rain down punches. You need to buck up at the moment he hits. He's going... Oh, I thought every time I think he's going for the straight armbar. How cool would that be if a big guy like that pulls up a straight armbar? He needs to finish, and he knows this.
And boss, not to take away from it because it's not necessarily part of the MMA, but the blood that is coming off the forehead of Tim Hague right into the face of Craig Hudson, and Hudson's in trouble. Hudson is in some serious trouble. That is it. It is all over. Look at the audience. They're getting nuts.
I said it, round number 2. It ain't over till it's over. There's always a way to win. Wow. Got the takedown, very smart. You see, that's experience. That's being there for a long time. He had many opponents like that. Because if you look at him, you know, his losses came away with knockout and 4 knockouts and 5 decisions. So this guy has been there.
Don't judge a book by its cover or a fighter by his face, because Tim Hague was battered and beaten and bloody. And he got the takedown with less than 2 minutes to go in the fight, a fight that he was well behind on all cards. And in the end, he gets the win over Craig Hudson. Wow.
Yeah, that was cool. That's a Rocky movie right there. What a script, huh? I hope when he sees the fight that next time he's going to go for a straight armbar. That would be something.
I just thought it was impressive that Tim Hague, after all the beating he took, and he did take a pretty good beating for those first couple rounds, that he had the wherewithal to get the fight to the ground and then say, you know what, I'm not winning in the striking game standing up. I'm 276. Let me lay on this guy and put some pressure on him. Wow.
Yep. Yeah, that was cool. But I was very impressed with Hudson as well.
Yes, I was too. And I'm sure it's going to be a frustrating tape for him to watch, boss, because he, all intents and purposes, if he keeps this fight on his feet, he's the winner.
He would have won, yeah, guaranteed. Looks like one of those English street brawlers.
Yeah.
You know, they're in the bar, they fight. Like in the movie Bronson. With Tom Hardy, if you never saw that movie, guys, at home, watch that movie. That put him on the map, I think. Most violent criminal in England, and he portrays him. He's really good at that.
You mean Bane portrays him?
Yeah, Bane.
You are correct, boss. So Tim Hague and Craig Hudson each receive an attention in their corners, and the big fellas put on a pretty good show here in Edmonton.
Yes, people loved it. I mean, when he went... when the ref called it, they went nuts behind us. It was like being in Brazil.
Shmalino Rama in the corner of Craig Hudson, and I think he thought his guy had the win. on his way. Tim Hague goes over and makes sure Craig's okay, and congratulates him on a good fight. That was entertaining. Well, it's all academic now, but we got to make it official, so we'll now send it inside the cage. Jazz Securo has the official word.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee John Brack has seen enough to stop the fight at 2 minutes and 55 seconds of round number 3. Officially a TKO due to strikes. Your winner, Tim the Thrashing Machine Hague!
Oh, boss, that was a very entertaining way to wrap up the undercards as Tim Hague and Craig Hudson early on, actually early on it was Tim Hague that started off the fight the best, and then the next 2 rounds completely belonging to Craig Hudson as we take a look at some Autoshopper.com highlights.
Autoshop.com highlights.
That's how it started. Hey, just, are you kidding me? Someone had their spinach early. And then it turned into the Craig Hudson Jab Festival.
Yeah, Hudson has been boxing, I guarantee you that, before he started MMA. Look at that.
Needs more action from round 2, and the jab just kept coming.
The big shots too.
So here we go, round 3. Boss and I have almost counted out Big Tim Hague, and then he gets the takedown, and then this happens.
2 times he hits the mat really hard, and then he starts connecting, and you see Hudson, he wants to stop it.
Yeah. Get ready. Listen. What you wanna do? If you don't strike first, that's when they gon' come at you. Yeah. And you know it's true. Don't let your life get worse. Being timid, that ain't cool. Nah.